you reach fluoride, and I'll call you back.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Richard, how's it going?
Oh, not bad. How's it going over there?
Oh, just got worse. Darn it.
Trying to set up your video stream?
Yeah. So maybe you can just look at it and see what you see.
Yeah, sure. You ready?
Yeah. You can just go to probably just go to Coach BFS, all one word, is a YouTube channel.
Okay. I'm in the kitchen. Let me get back to my desk. Hang on a sec.
For sure. I'm gonna grab my drink while you're doing that.
Okay, we're going to YouTube. And then it's just on YouTube, it's just Coach BFS.
Yep. Oh, you know what? It's not Coach BFS. I'm streaming on my channel.
Oh, okay.
Let me see what that is here. It's probably not that. I'm trying to just find you a link I can send here. But I'm not looking. Sorry. My channel. Live. One person watching is probably me. To Richard. So I just emailed you a link.
Oh, okay. As you can see, we've got people getting texts again. I thought I had that turned off. Anyway. Get rid of a little bit of the spam here. Okay, here we go. I can see you sitting there.
That's what you're going to see a lot of.
And you're right, there is some definite lag.
There is, huh?
I'm trying to, let's see, get my earbuds in here so I can hear that too. Okay, so I can hear John in the background. Oh, wait a minute, that's on my other channel, sorry.
I was like, I don't think we can hear John.
Yeah, that was, I had the BFS channel open, and it's the automatic video that plays on that channel. And what's John doing there?
Right.
Okay. Now, I just heard myself say I was just trying to get my earbuds in.
So that's the lag between my send and your...
Yeah. Okay, so now I can see you down in the lower right with the box squat PowerPoint up.
Yeah.
That actually looks pretty good.
And I think maybe we just go with this view the whole time.
That way John won't have to switch back and forth.
Right, and then... So that is my secondary monitor we're looking at now. Okay. And then what I can do, I'm just switching back over to my YouTube control panel here. So that's another desktop on my computer.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm looking at the OBS is the software that runs the actual stream and allows me to do the overlay, and then the switching where I can go here. I don't know if it's switching that fast for you. Not yet. But I'm switching to a full screen. So that's me now going to another desktop where I can see the YouTube. This is the YouTube control panel. Then back to the box squat thing.
Oh, well, that's interesting because, okay, so right now I'm looking at the box squat PowerPoint. You're in the lower right-hand corner.
Right.
Okay, now I'm seeing you full screen.
Right. So that is...
So that's the lag.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is fine as long as like the video you're getting is my voice syncing with my video on what you're watching on YouTube. Like, is that...
Yeah, quite well, actually.
Okay.
I mean, right now I'm seeing you sitting there looking. I can tell that you're looking at a screen, not directly at the camera. You're looking at a screen that would be off to my right a little bit.
Right.
And you're explaining which man you're looking at. So in the upper left-hand corner, I've got the BFS logo, 40 years strong.
Right. And then...
The video looks pretty good. I've got a full screen on my 24-inch monitor.
Oh.
It's, as you move a little bit, it's, I'm seeing a little bit of breakup here and there.
Right.
There you are. You just waved at me. I can see there's a can on your desk that says SELT on it.
That's my seltzer.
Yeah, okay. I can read the bigger, faster, stronger on your shirt. So the video, as you move a little bit, it does break up some. The audio is in sync.
So that's kind of like, as long as the audio is in sync. And then, so I'm going to use the OBS software, which is on my other monitor, so we're not seeing it. And I'm going to use that to jump over to this scene and then go to this
You just
desktop.
held up your seltzer can and took a drink.
Okay. So now I am getting ready to switch to my desktop shot.
Okay.
And so at some point you should see the overlay of me over the box squat again.
Right. It hasn't changed. Oh, it just changed right there. So now I saw BFS Test 4 in the control software for maybe a second, and then it jumped to the box squat start PowerPoint slide.
Okay. So now, here's the deal. I wonder... Okay, let's try this.
Okay.
I am going to, in a moment... okay. Well, shoot, I can't do If I
See
go
your mouse
here,
moving.
let me know when the PowerPoint goes dark.
Okay, I just saw a drop-down menu, the PowerPoint. I now see the preview slides on the left-hand side.
Right.
Drop-down menu for a second.
And then once the PowerPoint goes dark.
Okay, PowerPoint just went dark. It's on a black slide.
Okay, do I still have the overlay?
Yes.
Okay, so now, in about 20 seconds
Yeah.
for you, I'm going to turn off the overlay and then play the video.
Okay.
So the dilemma is,
Okay, video play button just appeared.
Any other free weight exercise
The overlay
or
is still
machine.
there. Overlay just turned
The
on.
box squat allows an athlete to perform
you
a squatting
hear
exercise twice a
the
week,
video?
like the box
Not
squat and parallel
yet, it's
squat,
not-
while still having the time and energy to develop
Okay, you
athletic
just click the
abilities
play button.
with activities
Okay.
such as sprints, plyometrics, and
Uh,
sport technique training. Also, the athlete gets used to a heavier weight, and this adaptation
I didn't turn up the
increases
volume
confidence for the parallel
till
squats.
John started.
yeah, I can see John's at the barn. Okay, volume coming up. And now I can
Adjust
hear
your
the
squat
play
box
on the
so that it is 1
You
to 2
can.
inches above your parallel
that's
squat
video, I
position.
should say.
Cool.
Approach the bar.
All right. And my overlay is not on.
Bars knurling as a
Right,
reference
overlay is off. John just is doing his second of 3
Use
squats.
a wide grip.
Right.
There's
Place the
the
barbell
third
as
one.
shown, finding a natural
Then he goes
groove
back
on
and
the shoulders.
sets the bar back on the
Focus your
squat
eyes
stance,
on
and I
the
can hear
target
Greg in
straight
that.
ahead.
It's not real
Use
loud.
an athletic stance.
Not-
Point toes out slightly for balance.
I just turned it down, I think.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's my computer
Be tall.
volume controls it.
Spread the chest and lock in the lower back.
Um,
Apply some pressure to the bar and then lift the weight explosively.
So-
Okay, overlay just came back on in the lower right. Video's still playing, and I can still hear Greg a little bit.
And hold it just before the downward movement. Hold your
and
breath
the
throughout
video
squat
is
movement
playing. I mean, you're getting a fairly good stream.
just after passing the
Yeah,
halfway
it hasn't broken up.
Squat
It's
down carefully.
consistent.
Under control.
Okay.
I can see the picture. I can hear Greg.
Do not
Just
flop down out
it's
of
going to
control.
a different section now. It says the lift.
Settle back
Yeah.
or rock just
Okay.
slightly.
So what's going on is YouTube just giving me a warning saying my resolution is not
Forward,
optimal.
let your power is driven forward.
So maybe it's just not filling your screen perfectly, or what they think would be a good thing. But it seems like it's playing okay.
When the set is completed, take short controlled steps back to the rack. When you're directly over the supports, squat down to re-rack the weight between the supports.
This is the YouTube control panel. I can't really show you the OBS one
Correct spotting
because if I do, maybe I can drag it over here. This is when then it gets all crazy. Can't do that.
a back spotter who is a team captain, and 2 side spotters. The functions of the 3 spotters are threefold. First, the spotter should act as coach.
Well, it's just one of the one. I'm not sure if it's
They should act as judges and correct technique problems on the next set. Third, they should be great teammates.
Yeah.
Offer constant encouragement.
and it's one of the
Side spotters
presets in the OBS software that's capturing my camera.
The back spotter should place his or her hands
Right, that's why I can't show you the OBS control panel.
the moment the lifter gets under the bar to back out, then he or she
so,
puts the bar back on the rack after squatting. The hands are
so I'm
placed
gonna
on the
close
bar for 2
this.
reasons. First, it is very easy
But anyway, it doesn't seem like it's like
especially when
once in a while I get a warning that says you're just not
back spotter
uploading enough video. It's gonna break up. But this one doesn't seem quite as like show-stopping. This warning.
After the set is completed, all 3 spotters will assist the lifter back to the rack. The side spotters need to be in position to look at the rack.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So I think hopefully we can do this at 9 whatever that was,
your best parallel squat
9 something.
performing the box squat. You can always lower your box if your box squat
Right.
is more than 100 pounds more than the parallel squat.
So
Athletes really like
So here's the
box
next
squat
question,
because
I
it
guess.
lubricates the hip
So
movement
we're looking at,
in power sports such as football, volleyball,
right,
basketball,
okay.
baseball.
If I turn off my notifications when we do this for real.
You recover so quickly. The advantages of performing the box
So
squat
let's see.
will help you make regular progress.
So in order to control the PowerPoint, all right, and control the OBS on the other monitor, okay, the PowerPoint needs to basically be in this kind of edit the PowerPoint mode, where you're seeing the, you know, the slides coming up and all that. Yep, exactly. So now I can click through my PowerPoint, play the slide with the video, right? So you'll see in a second I'm demonstrating clicking through. Again, we're in the editing mode for the, right, right, right. Right, because if I go into the actual presentation mode, so let's see, actually let's try this first. I'm gonna go to my, so I'm still in my editing mode, but there's an option here for slide only. So in about 10 seconds, you'll see that the thing is slid away and now we only have the slide. And then the top menu, which is less obtrusive for sure. Right. Right. But when I do that, I have no way to, like, I'm pressing my arrow keys and my return key and I can't advance the slide. So again, so just bear with me. So in this mode, I need the navigator window, they call it here, to like run the PowerPoint. If I go to the play mode, now like my arrow keys will work. Right. So that's in that mode. This is how I kind of run the slideshow, right? So now I can, and this is in the presentation mode. So now I can, with my arrow keys, jump around, right? I could play the video. I could, you know. So that's presentation mode. The downside of presentation mode is that it also takes over my secondary monitor. And so that is just a big black screen right now. So now I cannot, and I can't like slide between desktops. All that stuff goes away in presentation mode. Keynote just takes over the display basically. So right, and then so I guess my question is, and which I think maybe talking it through with you now, you still have me in the lower right though, right? So I mean, we could just do the whole thing in this mode. Yeah. Right. And in right. And in fact, maybe, hang with me here, in about 20 seconds you'll see. Well, it doesn't quite make sense. So now I should have jumped back out to my presentation mode. Right. So I was going to say, John actually has control of that, and he could, but you can't see this when you're in presentation mode. Huh. Right. Yeah, exactly. All right. Anyway, but he could be in this mode for his, because he does kind of like bounce back and forth. He'll do kind of a bit of a lecture, and then there'll be a time where he does a series of slides, and then he does a bit of lecture. So I guess the question is, how painful is it? All right, I'm going to jump into presentation mode. Let me know when. Okay, so say I'm in here, I'm talking about box squats, core lifts. Here's the box squat. It's awesome, everything's awesome. There's the conclusion. And now we get to program rules. You know what? I think he just does the whole presentation like this with him in the corner. Yeah. Because the other option is then like he gets to the end of a series of slides, hits escape on his keyboard, wait for it, and then jumps in. So, right, so that's about how long, if you wanted to jump back to him being full screen, he needs to get to the OBS software. So he's got to hit escape to get out of presentation mode, and then hit the scene change button on the OBS software. So people would see the edit mode for 2 seconds basically, which I don't think is a big deal. Yeah. And I think actually it may even be Laura or myself or even you or something driving this thing while he's in the front presenting. Because he might be standing in front of his squat rack. I think it'd be nice if he was like up and not walking around a lot, but kind of just maybe more dynamic than sitting at his desk. So I have my Sony plugged into my, so it's not just the webcam on the computer, which was right. The problem with my camera is it doesn't seem to run when it's plugged in. So it runs on batteries. So it seems like then I need to obviously have enough batteries for 3 hours, which is maybe 4 batteries. And I think that he would just jump over to the PowerPoint, slide for a second, and then he would just change the batteries and it'd be good to go. And it seems like it just picks back up again. It just loses. So yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. We're out of here. Want my money back. Right. Yeah. And the thing is that this would allow him to be standing in front of the camera, and then he could, whatever, demonstrate a squat or kind of, point to anatomy or whatever he wanted to do. So. Good question. I have a wired one that I know works. Yeah. But I have another one that I think just goes into the mic in. Or he just talks really loud. You're just hearing me over the computer. Okay. I wonder if right. Yeah. Right. And but that's a recorder though. Like it's not. What about, yeah, I'm just recording a separate file that I marry later. Nice to just have like a little USB mic that we could plug into USB. And, right. Yeah. Right. Well, I guess what I will do is dig out my microphone, my lapel mic, and see if I can just plug it into my. Do I even have a line in? I think I just have a headphone jack on this one. Now I'm going to need a USB. His computer has very few ports. So maybe he does just sit in front of the computer where he's close enough to shout at the computer mic. Especially if he's kind of in the talking head mode, just doing the slideshow over his shoulder. I think that might be the way to go. Yeah. Yeah, they were just easier. Like, I'll just get this extra file, and Final Cut Pro does a nice job of just automatically syncing that stuff, So it was just easier. Yeah. Yeah. Only that he was thinking he was going to take, questions on the text, via text and stuff. Yeah, I'm just kind of just poking around my thing here. But I wonder if I have actually any control over like just turning up my gain on my computer mic. I don't see it. Under sound, internal speakers, no. Input, internal microphone. So I can turn this up here actually. So I have two settings in my control panel here for my internal microphone. One is input volume, which I just cranked all the way up. So when you hear me say cranked all the way up, you'll know that I've done that. Okay. So let's just pause and listen to the output. That was cranked all the way up. Right, that's as loud as my input volume goes. Okay, then we're gonna pause again. Well, I don't know what output volume is. So now I am speaking with a cranked input volume and a cranked up output volume. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, it looks fine. Right. Well, cool. And I think, I mean, the stream certainly seems rock solid. Um, we've been talking for 33 minutes, so cool. Well, I might try and give John a call, and then I'll see if how he feels about that. So let's. And then you should see my internal control. This is my, right, so that's my Mac OS sound panel. Doesn't seem like there's any real options here. So sound effects, how do I do those? Need a lot of those. Dunk dunk. So, but I think we do crank the input volume, and then he can back away from the monitor a little bit if he needs to. And I will look into a USB mic. I think they're probably get an inexpensive one for not much money, hopefully, if we decide we need it. He may, I think he just wants to get this thing going. So, I mean, I think he'd be happy to almost sit at his desk and do it himself with this, with this setup. If he's just in the lower corner and then just runs the PowerPoint, calls it a day. I mean, that's kind of, he'll look good with this camera, and he, I'll throw a little studio lighting on him so it looks pro. Right. I've got a IKEA LED shining right in my face here. But I mean, I could. Let's open my curtains. And yeah. So still nice to have the IKEA light though. But yeah, I mean, I think a little bit of lighting and it's all good. And, okay. There was something about like it takes more effort to resize or it takes more whatever or something if it's trying to resize the video. So I just put again as long as you can read the PowerPoint, I think. Right? That's what I think I have to remember. Right. Huh. Right. And maybe it's also because the other one is sending two streams. Right? It's sending my desktop and it's sending my camera. Maybe that's what's going on. What about something like, hang on just a second. So, did it? Right, and I'm wondering, looks like, oops, I gotta catch up here. So it looks like in the OBS software, I can kind of move the window that it's capturing from my screen. So I can kind of leave it in this mode here and then just kind of move it to a place where the controls and stuff are outside of the and then I can, but on my actual screen, I can still see the side navigator, get through it, and I have control of my OBS, so I can jump back over here and talk to people like, hey, I really mean this, and then jump back over to this view. Yeah, I'm. Then I wonder. Yeah, and I think that's kind of okay. Like we'll just have to frame him up. Yeah. This is good. This is actually, I think this is it. And then I'll see if I can find, I wonder if I can make that background on the edit mode black, and then it would be like just a regular slideshow. Got it. Cool. All right. This is good. I'm gonna, plus I can still see my OBS, like I said, so I can easily jump. Yeah. Yes. I think. Right. Right. Cool. Sweet. I will, thanks for helping me nail that down. I'm going to give John a quick call and then see if he has time to look at this. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Right. Right. This way, the other way, spin it over. Oh, yeah. Cool. All right. Very good. Cool. Thanks for your help. I think this will be great. Thanks, man. Bye. Hey, John. How's it going? Just working on this live stream thing. And I think we've got it pretty much dialed in. I'm just going to just send you a link if I can figure out how to do that. Maybe if you have a minute, you can have a look at it. All right. Wow. No, I've been working on this in the other room. Okay. Um, all right. Oh, you're looking at it on your phone, huh? Okay, well then leave the phone on for a second and just hit play on the video. Okay. So there's about 20 seconds between when I do something on this end and when you see something. But I don't think, because other people, they won't be on the phone, right? They won't know that it's 20 seconds later. It'll just look like one thing. So, um, right. Just live stream. Um, all right. So basically, what we have in about 20 seconds is two what they call scenes set up. One is you talking to the camera, me talking to the camera right now, and one is the PowerPoint with you as a talking head in the corner. Um, and right. Okay. Yeah. Right. Right. Okay. So I guess the only the question is just to make sure that the PowerPoint is legible, like you're getting a good enough stream that you can read it. And then I'm gonna play a movie. And then just
The parallel squat develops
turn your
speed.
computer up again when the movie
It
starts.
is the
And just make
foundation
sure that
for
you're hearing the
athletic
audio from the
excellence
computer.
and will balance the development between the hamstrings and quadriceps.
Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, I think we can go. I got to talk to Richard maybe about the that speed test we ran yesterday. My speeds are way faster on the upside than yours are, so that's just like a little bit of a question mark I have. Like, how fast does it need to be? Is it going to work? So yeah, it's just what you buy from Comcast. Um, your down speeds are kind of similar to mine. That's why it must be the package you're getting or something. I don't know. But that maybe is a question for RJK. Um, threaten to switch over to Google Fiber and they'll give you some more up speed. Cool. And so I was just on the phone with Richard. And so this stream has now been running for almost an hour. So it seems pretty solid. My camera will not run off of wall power, which is a bit of a drag. But we can just switch batteries. You know, we just go until the battery lasts. I'm on 30% still, so the battery would last over an hour. So I think with like 3 batteries, we'll be okay. And I've got a ton. I have like 7 batteries, so we can just bring them all. Yeah. And I've tried, like, if I turn the camera gets turned off. It doesn't like destroy the stream or anything. You just plug a battery in and turn it back on. So yeah, you know, and you just hit the scene button, and jump back over to the PowerPoint while we switch the battery. You know, no big deal. So great. Very cool. We'll do a test run up at your place tomorrow morning then, right? Awesome, man. All right, bye.